Okay, so hopefully that should have changed it. So hopefully, if you can hear me now, if someone wants to put in the live chat now, if they can hear me.
Okay, Brian.
I've got the go-ahead that we had a little bit of an issue with sound to begin with, and I think you can now hear me now. We're all good. Excellent. So just to recap, as usual, there will be 5 rounds plus a pitch round. You've made a start on the pitch round so far, hopefully. We'll do, as usual, the marking after each round, and we'll I'll put the Google form into the description, into the live chat. So, and then we'll do the marking of each round. After the third round, we will take a 10-minute break. So, if hopefully everyone can hear me, we'll make a start on round 1, which as usual will be general knowledge. And I'm going to make sure that on this one, yep, the sound looks good. Okay, so round 1, which will be general knowledge. Okay, so question number 1 in round 1, general knowledge. DS Steve Arnott is one of the principal characters of which long-running police drama? In answer to Dan, do I have a child's rugby kit behind me? Nope, that is the Cornwall rugby kit. So question number 1 again. DS Steve Arnott is one of the principal characters of which long-running police drama? Question number 2. Which organisation has the saying, train one, save many? So that's question number 2 again. Which organisation has the saying, train one, save many? Question number 3. Which British athlete won the BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 2004 after becoming the country's first double gold medalist at the same games since 1920? So that's question number 3 again. Which British athlete won the BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 2004 after becoming the country's first double gold medalist at the same games since 1920? Question number 4. Which poet wrote the poem The Raven? So question number 4 again. Which poet wrote the poem The Raven? Question number 5. Who is the Roman goddess of the flowers? So that's question number 5 again. Who is the Roman goddess of the flowers? Question number 6. In the Flintstone cartoons, what is the name of Barney Rubble's wife? So question number 6 again. In the Flintstone cartoons, what is the name of Barney Rubble's wife? Question number 7. Which celebrity wizard is appointed Hogwarts' new Defense Against the Dark Arts instructor in the Chamber of Secrets? So question number 7 again. Which celebrity wizard is appointed Hogwarts' new Defense Against the Dark Arts instructor in the Chamber of Secrets? Question number 8. Where in Europe is The Hague? So question number 8 again. Where in Europe is The Hague? And that's the country of where it is. Question number 9. SpongeBob SquarePants works in which fast food outlet? So question number 9 again. SpongeBob SquarePants works in which fast food outlet? And finally, in round 1, general knowledge, question number 10. Pomp and Circumstance, March number 1 by Sir Edward William Elgar, is better known as what? So question number 10 again. Pomp and Circumstance, March number 1 by Sir Edward William Elgar, is better known as what? Okay guys, so that's the end of round 1 general knowledge. Hopefully everyone's heard that after a little bit of technical difficulties at the start. If you want any questions repeated, bung them in the live chat and I will get them repeated. There is a little bit of a delay, so I will give you just a moment just to finish up and then we will go through the answers. Okay, we've got a request for question number 5 to be repeated. Question number 5 again. Who is the Roman goddess of the flowers? So that's, who is the Roman goddess of the flowers? Okay, so if there's no more questions that need repeating, I'll make a start on the answers for round 1, general knowledge. Question number 1 was, DS Steve Arnott is one of the principal characters of which long-running police drama? It is, of course, Line of Duty. Question number 2. Which organisation has the saying, train one, save many? It's the RNLI. So the answer to number 2, the RNLI. Question number 3. Which British athlete won the BBC Sports Personality of the Year in 2004 after becoming the country's first double gold medalist at the same games since 1920? It's Dame Kelly Holmes. Question number 4 was, which poet wrote the poem The Raven? It's Edgar Allan Poe. Question number 5. Who is the Roman goddess of the flowers? It's Flora, also a butter. Question number 6. In the Flintstones cartoons, what is the name of Barney Rubble's wife? It's Betty. So the answer to number 6, Betty. Question number 7. Which celebrity wizard is appointed Hogwarts' new Defense Against the Dark Arts instructor in the Chamber of Secrets? It's Gilderoy Lockhart. Question number 8. Where in Europe is The Hague? It's the Netherlands. So the answer to number 8, the Netherlands. Question number 9. SpongeBob SquarePants works in which fast food outlet? It's the Krusty Krab. So the Krusty Krab is the answer to question number 9. And finally, in round 1, general knowledge, question number 10 was, Pomp and Circumstance, March number 1 by Sir Edward William Elgar is better known as what? It's the Land of Hope and Glory. So the answer to number 10 is the Land of Hope and Glory. Okay guys, so that's the answers for round 1, general knowledge. I'll put into the live chat the link to the Google form, and there's also a link in the description. As usual, head on over to that link and enter your team name and your score for round 1 general knowledge. And again, throughout the course of the quiz, if you can make sure that you've got the same team name throughout, that helps me out a lot. So if you guys want to head on over to that, and we'll have a look shortly at how everyone's doing. Okay, so we've got some scores coming through. Okay, so there's a team called the Pouts, which, or there's a lot of Pouts, which looks as though they're scoring quite well. So if you're a member of that team, I'm not going to include it, because if you want to put in your right score, I don't trust you, as you've entered numerous scores. So okay, let's have a look how we're all doing. Okay, so here's our leaderboard as it stands at the moment. In 10th place, we've got the Spuds with 5 points. In equals 6th place, we've got a few teams on 6 points. We've got Corinthians, we've got the Taplins, we've got We're S and We Know It, and we've got Wuhan Clan, all on 6 points. In equal 4th place with 7 points, we've got the Biggles Boys and the Holston Hustlers. In equal 2nd place with 8 points, we've got Jeremy Corvid and the best half of the Jersey Royals on 8 points. And in 1st place, we've got the COVID C-Words and Jenks. Well done, guys. Okay, so that's our leaderboard at the end of round 1, general knowledge. So we'll head on to round 2. Which will be what next. So what happens in this round is I will give you a sequence of names or events, and I will basically want to know what is the next in that sequence. I will give you a clue as well beforehand. Okay, so here comes round number 2, what next? Okay, so question number 2 in what next? Your clue is Doctor Who. Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker. Who is next? So question 1. Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker. Who is next? And your clue again is Doctor Who. Question number 2. Your clue is Olympics. St. Louis, London, Stockholm. So question number 2 again, which is your clue is the Olympics, St. Louis, London, Stockholm. What comes next? Question number 3, and it's Prime Ministers. Neville Chamberlain, Winston Churchill, Clement Attlee. Who comes next? So question 3 again, Prime Ministers. Neville Chamberlain, Winston Churchill, Clement Attlee. Who comes next? Question number 4. And the clue is darts. 1, 18, 4. And again, what comes next? So question number 4 again, which is darts. 1, 18, 4. Question number 5, and the clue is the London Underground Northern Line. Angel, City Road, Old Street. What comes next after that? So question number 5 again. The clue is London Underground Northern Line, Angel, City Road, Old Street. What comes next? Question number 6, and these are Chinese New Year animals. Tiger, rabbit, dragon. What's next? So question number 6 again, Chinese New Year animals. Tiger, rabbit, dragon. What's next? question number 7. And your clue is James Bond. Goldfinger, Thunderball, you only live twice. What is next after that sequence? So question number 7 again, and the clue was James Bond, Goldfinger, Thunderball, you only live twice. What comes next in that sequence? Question number 8, and your clue is Rugby Six Nations. France, Wales, England, Ireland. Who comes next? So question number 8 again. Rugby Six Nations. France, Wales, England, Ireland. Who comes next? Question number 9, and your clue is Henry VIII, Catherine, Anne, Jane. Who is next in that sequence? So question 9 again, the clue was Henry VIII, and it was Catherine, Anne, Jane. Who's next? And finally in round 2, what's next? It's the Champions League. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, AC Milan. Who's next? So question 10 again, the Champions League, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, AC Milan. Who's next? Okay guys, so that's the end of round 2. What is next? If you want any questions repeated, bung them in the live chat and I will repeat them. I'll give you just a moment just to go through your answers, and then we'll go through the answers for round 2. What is next? Okay, so if we've got no more sort of requests on or no requests on any repeats, we'll go through the answers for round 2. What is next? Question number 1 was, and the clue was Doctor Who, and it was Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee and Tom Baker. The next actor was Peter Davison. So Peter Davison is the answer for question number 1. Question number 2, and it was Olympics, St. Louis, London and Stockholm. The next host city, it was in 1920, it was Antwerp. So the answer to number 2, Antwerp. Question number 3, it was Prime Ministers, it was Neville Chamberlain, Winston Churchill, Clement Attlee. The next Prime Minister after that, it was Winston Churchill again. So Winston Churchill, he was Prime Minister again in 1951. Actually, the only general election that he actually won. He was kicked out of office in 1945 by Clement Attlee. Question number 4, it was darts. 1, 18 and 4. What comes next? Well, on the dartboard, it's 13. So the answer to number 4 is 13. Question number 5, it was the London Underground Northern Line, Angel, City Road and Old Street. What comes next? It's Moorgate. So the answer to number 5 is Moorgate. Question number 6, and this was Chinese New Year animals, tiger, rabbit and dragon. What comes next? It's snake. So the answer to number 6 is snake. Question number 7 was, the clue was James Bond, and it was Goldfinger, Thunderball and You Only Live Twice. And the answer was On Her Majesty's Secret Service. George Lazenby's only James Bond. So On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Question number 8. The clue was Rugby Six Nations, and it was France, Wales, England and Ireland. Who comes next? It was Wales. They were all Grand Slam winning teams. So Wales is the answer. They were the last team in that sequence. Question number 9. Henry VIII, Catherine, Anne and Jane. Who comes next? It was Anne of Cleves. Actually an early form of Tinder. Henry VIII married her because he saw a very nice portrait of her. Turned out not to be true. So it was Anne of Cleves. And finally, question number 10 was Champions League. Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, AC Milan. Who came next? It was Porto. All winners of the Champions League. So Porto were the next in that sequence. A little bit of debate about City Road. The answer I have is Moorgate on that one. City Road, if it's not or isn't a station, but the answer to that sequence is Moorgate. And as some people have got it, I presume that's well known. Okay, so question number 10, again, the answer was Porto. Oh, the answers may not have come up. There you go, there's the answers. Okay guys, so again, if you want to head back to the Google form and enter your scores, again remembering to keep your team name that you've used before. We'll have a look to see how everyone's doing. Okay, so we've got the scores coming through. Okay, so just waiting on a couple more teams. Okay, so let's take a look at the scores after round number 2. So in equal 9th place, we've got Taplings, and we're Essen. We know it was 7 points. In 8th place with 8 points, we've got Spuds. In equal 6th place, we've got the Biggles Boys and I'm a Bellend with 9 points. In 5th place, we've got Holston Hustlers with 10 points. In 4th place, we've got the Wuhan Clan with 11 points. In 3rd place, we've got Jeremy Corvid with 13 points. 2nd place, we've got Best Half of the Jersey Royals with 14 points. And 1 point ahead of them in 1st place, we've got the COVID C Words and Jenks. Okay, guys, so that's the end, or that's the leaderboard. After round 2, we'll head on to round 3, and this round will be all about animals. Okay, so coming up now, we've got round 3 on animals. So, if everyone's ready, question number 1. This animal's name comes from the Afrikaners or Dutch for earth pig. So question number 1 again, this animal's name comes from the Afrikaners or Dutch for earth pig. Question number 2. What is the collective noun for a group of crows? So question number 2 again, what is the collective name for a group of crows? Question number 3. True or false? The hippopotamus has webbed feet. So question number 3 again, true or false? The hippopotamus has webbed feet. Question number 4. What is the largest predator found on the land in Australia? So question 4 again, what is the largest predator found on the land in Australia? Question number 5. Which are the only birds known to be capable of flying backwards? So question number 5 again, which are the only birds known to be capable of flying backwards? Question number 6. Welsh and Tamworth are breeds of which animal? So question number 6. Welsh and Tamworth are breeds of which animal? Question number 7. What is the more common name for the type of bear called the Ursus maritimus? So question number 7 again, what is the more common name for the type of bear called the Ursus maritimus? Question number 8. The orangutan is native to only 2 islands. One is Borneo. Which is the other? Is it A, Madagascar, B, Sumatra, or C, Java? So that's question number 8 again. The orangutan is native to only 2 islands. One is Borneo. Which is the other? Is it A, Madagascar, B, Sumatra, or C, Java? Question number 9. What is the only bird that is capable of seeing the colour blue? So that's question number 9 again. What is the only bird that is capable of seeing the colour blue? And finally, in round 3, animals. Question number 10. Which is the fastest moving snake in the world? Is it A, the viper, B, the coral snake, or C, the black mamba? So question number 10 again. Which is the fastest moving snake in the world? Is it A, the viper, B, the coral snake, or C, the black mamba? Okay guys, so that's the end of round 3, animals. Again, if any of you guys want any questions repeated, bung them in the live chat and I will do my best to repeat them. There is a little bit of a delay on the stream, so I'll hold off for just a mo. And then we'll go through the answers for round 3, animals. Okay, so I don't think there's any repeats needed, so we'll go through the answers for round 3, animals. Question number 1 was, this animal's name comes from the Afrikaners or Dutch for earth pig. What is it? It's aardvark. So the answer to question number 1 is aardvark. Question number 2. What is the collective name for a group of crows? It's a murder. A murder. Question number 3. True or false, the hippopotamus has webbed feet? It's true. So the answer to question 3 is true. Question number 4. What is the largest predator found on the land in Australia? It's a dingo. So a dingo. Question number 5. Which are the only birds known to be capable of flying backwards? It's the hummingbirds. So question 5, hummingbirds. Question number 6. Welsh and Tamworth are breeds of which animal? Pig. So the answer to number 6, pig. Question number 7. What is the more common name for the type of bear called the Ursus maritimus? It's polar bear. So the answer to number 7, polar bear. Question number 8. The orangutan is native to only 2 islands. One is Borneo. Which is the other? Was it A, Madagascar, B, Sumatra, or C, Java? It was B, Sumatra. Question number 9. What is the only bird that is capable of seeing the colour blue? Owls. So owls. And finally, question number 10 was, which is the fastest moving snake in the world? Was it A, viper, B, coral snake, or C, black mamba? It was C, black mamba. Okay guys, so that's the answers for round 3 animals. Again, if you want to pop back to the Google score sheet and enter your scores, again remembering to keep your team name, we'll have a look to see how everyone's doing. Okay, so we've got a few scores coming through. COVID, C-word and Jenks, you look as if you've doubled up. I'm just going to have a quick check. Yeah, I'll remove your last score. Okay. Okay, so I think that's all of our scores that we've got through so far. So we'll take a look at the leaderboard as it stands at the moment after round 3 animals. So in equal 9th place on 13 points, we've got the Taplings and Spuds. In 8th place, 1 point ahead of them on 14 points, we're S and we know it. In 7th place with 15 points, we've got I'm a Bellend. In 6th place with 16 points, we've got Biggles Boys. In 5th place with 17 points, we've got the Holston Hustlers. In 4th place with 19 points, we've got Wuhan Clan. In equal 7th place, we've got Jeremy Corvid and the best half of the Jersey Rolls on 22 points. And in 1st place with 24 points, we've got COVID, C-Word and Jenks. Okay, guys, so that's the end of round of the leaderboard for round 3. We're going to go into half time at the moment, so we'll take a 10-minute break. I'll put the pitch round back up. So again, it's Name That Album, to give you a little bit more time. Obviously, we'll go through the answers for that at the very end. So we'll take a 10-minute break. It's 10 past and we'll come back at 20 past 9. Okay, guys, so well, take just a couple more minutes to get everyone back. So again, as you can see, the picture round is up on screen, so it's named those albums. So hopefully everyone's doing okay with that so far. We'll give it a minute or so before we go on to round 4. Okay, guys, so if everyone's ready, we'll go on to round 4. Hopefully everyone's had a good break. So round 4 will be sci-fi and fantasy. Okay, so if everyone's ready, we'll go on to round 4. Question number 1. Which character speaks the first line in the original 1977 Star Wars movie? So question number 1 again. Which character speaks the first line in the original 1977 Star Wars movie? Question number 2. Which former Miss USA played the part of Wonder Woman? So question number 2 again. Which former Miss USA played the part of Wonder Woman? Question number 3. In the TV adaptation of the Witcher fantasy novels, what is the full name of Henry Cavill's lead character? So question 3 again. In the TV adaptation of the Witcher fantasy novels, what is the full name of Henry Cavill's lead character? Question number 4. When Doctor Who came back to TV in 2005, it filmed under a secret code name. What was that code name? So question number 4 again. When Doctor Who came back to TV in 2005, it filmed under a secret code name. What was that code name? Question number 5. Which pop star played the man who fell to Earth? So that's question number 5 again. Which pop star played the man who fell to Earth? Question number 6. Who is the author of the Discworld series of science fiction novels? So question number 6 again. Who is the author of the Discworld series of science fiction novels? Question number 7. In the film Jurassic Park, what is the name of the island where the park is located? So question number 7 again. In the film Jurassic Park, what is the name of the island where the park is located? Question number 8. Complete the following famous quote from the TV series Lost in Space. Danger, blank blank. So question number 8 again. Complete the following famous quote from the TV series Lost in Space. Danger, blank blank. Question number 9. Which animated cartoon scientist catchphrase is So that's question 9 again. Which animated cartoon scientist catchphrase is Wubba Lubba Dub Dub? And finally, in round 4, sci-fi and fantasy. Question number 10. The TV series Doomwatch was based on the activities of which fictional government department? So that's question 10 again. The TV series Doomwatch was based on the activities of which fictional government department? Okay guys, so that's the end of round 4, sci-fi and fantasy. If you want any questions repeated, again, bung them in the live chat and I will repeat them. I'll give you a moment just to put those through. Like I said before, there is a little bit of a delay. So we'll just give you a moment or so and then we'll go through the answers for round 4, sci-fi and fantasy. And yes, Finn, there were 2 Doctor Who questions in this week's quiz. So we'll just give you guys a few more minutes just to finish up on your answers, and then we'll go through the answers for sci-fi and fantasy. Okay, so we'll go through the answers now for round 4, sci-fi and fantasy. Question number 1 was, which character speaks the first line in the original 1977 Star Wars movie? It is C-3PO. Question number 2 was, which former Miss USA played the part of Wonder Woman? This is one for maybe the older gentleman taking part in the quiz tonight. It was Linda Carter. So the answer to number 2, Linda Carter. Question number 3, in the TV adaptation of the Witcher fantasy novels, what is the full name of Henry Cavill's lead character? It's Geralt of Rivia. So that's Geralt of Rivia. Question number 4. When Doctor Who came back to TV in 2005, it filmed under a secret code name. What was that code name? Well, it went on to become a spin-off series. It was Torchwood. So Torchwood is the answer to question number 4. Question number 5. Which pop star played the man who fell to Earth? It was David Bowie. So David Bowie, the answer to question number 5. Question number 6. Who is the author of the Discworld series of science fiction novels? It's Terry Pratchett. Question number 7. In the film Jurassic Park, what is the name of the island where the park is located? It is Isla Nublar. So Isla Nublar is the answer to question number 7. Question number 8. Complete the following famous quote from the TV series Lost in Space. Danger, blank blank, it's Danger, Will Robinson. Question number 9 was, which animated cartoon scientist catchphrase is Wubba Lubba Dub Dub? It's Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty, I will accept Rick. And finally, and I'm going to try and do something slightly different here. Question 10. The TV series Doomwatch was based on the activities of which fictional government department? And I've got a feeling there is one of the stars from the film version of Doomwatch taking part tonight. She played a pivotal role in the last scene. The answer is the Department for the Observation and Measurement of Science. So, answer to question 10, the Department for the Observation and Measurement of Science. Okay guys, so those are your answers for round 4, which was sci-fi and fantasy. So again, pop back to the Google form, enter your team name, enter your scores, and we'll have a look to see how everyone's doing. Okay, so we've got our scores coming through for round 4. Okay, so I think we've got most of the scores coming through. Okay, so we'll take a look at the leaderboard after round 4, sci-fi and fantasy. In 10th place with 16 points, we've got the Biggles Boys. In equal 8th place with 17 points, we've got Spuds and Taplins. In 7th place with 20 points, we've got I'm a Bellend. In 6th place, we're S and we know it with 21 points. In 5th place with 22 points, we've got the Holes and Hustlers. In equal 3rd place with 28 points, we've got Wuhan Clan and Jeremy Corvid. 1 point ahead of them. In 2nd place, we've got the best half of the Jersey Royals with 29 points. And with 34 points, we've got the COVID C word and Jenks. Well done, guys. Okay, so we'll head on to round number 5. Our last round before we do the answers for the pitch round. So you've still got a little bit of time to have a look at your pitch round. Okay, so coming up, round number 5. Okay, so this week, round 5 will be famous Ians, or for those more pretentious Ians, spelt with an extra I, Ians. So all of the questions are related to famous Ians, so don't worry if it sounds a little bit too tricky. There's not that many famous Ians, so I'm sure you will know them. So if everyone's ready, we'll go through round number 5, famous Ians. Question number 1. Lead singer of Joy Division who sadly took his own life in May 1980. Oh, and we had the Biggles boys, by the way, who had their score come through a little bit later. Don't worry, Biggles boys, your score has been inputted. So question 1, again in round 5, famous Ians. Lead singer of Joy Division who sadly took his own life in May 1980. Question number 2. Don't tell him Pike was a line from Dad's Army. Who played Pike? So question number 2 again. Don't tell him Pike was a line from Dad's Army. Who played Pike? Question number 3. Former Southampton and Northern Ireland player and manager of Crystal Palace. Can you name him? FYI, just to let you all know, you do have to put their surname as well. You can't just put the answer Ian. But that's a clue. So question 3 is former Southampton and Northern Ireland player and former manager of Crystal Palace. Who is he? Question number 4. The Conservative Party leader from 2001 to 2003. So question 4 again, the Conservative Party leader from 2001 to 2003. Question 5. Ian Rush, in a career spanning 22 years and 8 different clubs, scored a total of 383 goals in all competitions. How many did he score whilst at Liverpool? Was it A, 286, B, 316, or C, 346? So that's question 5 again. Ian Rush, in a career spanning 22 years and 8 different clubs, scored a total of 383 goals in all competitions. How many did he score whilst at Liverpool? Was it A, 286, B, 316, or C, 346? Question number 6. He is a British satirist and editor of the magazine Private Eye. Who is he? So question number 6 again. He is a British satirist and editor of the magazine Private Eye. Who is he? Question number 7. Ian Sterling narrates what TV programme? So question number 7 again. Ian Sterling narrates what TV programme? Question number 8. Ian Dury was the lead singer of which band? So question number 8 again. Ian Dury was the lead singer of which band? Question number 9. Ian Botham played cricket for which English county between 1974 and 1986? So question number 9 again. Ian Botham played cricket for which English county between 1974 and 1986? And finally, in round 5, our famous Ians. Question number 10. Known as the Postman, can you name this golfer? So that's question number 10 again. Known as the Postman, can you name this golfer? Okay guys, so that's the end of round 5. Name your famous Ians or Ians. Again, if you want any questions repeated, bung them in the live chat and I will repeat them. I'll give you a few moments just to go through them before we go through all the answers. Okay, so if everyone's ready, we'll go through the answers for round 5. Name those famous Ians or questions related to famous Ians or Ians. Question number 1 was lead singer of Joy Division, who sadly took his own life in May 1980. It was Ian Curtis. Question number 2 was Don't Tell Him Pike was a line from Dad's Army who played Pike. It was Ian Lavender. Also starred in EastEnders. Question number 3 was former Southampton and Northern Ireland player and manager of Crystal Palace, former manager. Who was it? Ian Dowie. So the answer to question 3, Ian Dowie. Question number 4 was the Conservative Party leader from 2001 to 2003. It was Ian Duncan Smith. Question number 5. Ian Rush, in a career spanning 22 years and 8 different clubs, scored a total of 383 goals in all competitions. How many did he score whilst at Liverpool? Was it A, 286, B, 316 or C, 346? It was C, 346. Question number 6. British satirist and editor of the magazine Private Eye. Who is he? It's Ian Hislop. So the answer to number 6, Ian Hislop. Question number 7. Ian Sterling narrates what TV programme? It's Love Island. So the answer to number 7 is Love Island. Question number 8. Ian Dury was the lead singer of which band? It was Ian Dury and the Blockheads. If you put the blockheads, give yourself a point. So Ian Jury and the blockheads. Question number 9. Ian Botham played cricket for which English county between 1974 and 1986? It was Somerset. And finally, question number 10 was, known as the postman, name the golfer. Well, he's known as the postman because he always delivers in the Ryder Cup. It's Ian Poulter. So the answer to number 10 is Ian Poulter. Okay, guys, so that's the end of the answers to your famous Ians. No, there was no Ian Beale questions, and obviously no Ian Watkins from the Lost Prophets. None of those. So those are your answers to the Ians. If you want to head back to your Google form, enter your team name, enter your scores. We'll have a look to see how you guys are doing after that before we do the answers for the picture round. Okay, so we've got a few answers coming through, or a few scores, should I say. Okay, COVID, C words and jinx, I think you're having some difficulty putting your scores through because they keep on being duplicated. So I'll try and clear that up. Okay, so I think we've got all of our scores coming through. So we'll take a look at our leaderboard after round 5. In 10th place with 22 points, we've got Spuds. In 9th place with 25 points, we've got the Taplings. In equal 7th place with 28 points, we're S and we know it, and I'm a Bellend. In equal 5th place on 30 points, we've got the Biggles Boys and the Holston Hustlers. In 4th place, we've got the best half of the Jersey Royals on 34 points. In 3rd place on 36 points, we've got Jeremy Corvid. In 2nd place on 38 points, we've got Wuhan Clan. And in 1st place, it's the COVID C word and Jenks on 44 points. Well done, guys. You're heading into the lead after round number 5. Okay, so we'll go through, if everyone's ready, we'll go through the answers for your picture round, which was to name the album. So. Okay. So, if everyone's ready, we'll go through the answers for the picture round. And again, it's just the album. So if you've put the artist down, unfortunately, that doesn't get you a point. The only way you get a point is by naming the album. So, picture number 1. That was Abbey Road by the Beatles. Picture number 2, it was Bat Out of Hell by Meatloaf. Picture number 3, it was Nevermind the Bollocks, Here's the Sex Pistols. Nevermind Bollocks, that would be good enough. Picture number 4, it was Born in the USA, Bruce Springsteen. So Born in the USA. Picture number 5, the album, it was Queen 2. So you need to put Queen 2, their second studio album, imaginatively titled. Picture number 6, it's Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd. Picture number 7, it's Parallel Lines by Blondie. Not by Pink Floyd, Parallel Lines by Blondie. Picture number 8, it's Definitely Maybe, Oasis. Picture number 9, The Vertigo of Bliss, Biffy Clyro. And picture number 10, it's Houses of the Holy, Led Zeppelin. Okay guys, so those are your answers to the picture round. So again, if you just want to take a moment to total up your scores and then head on back to the Google form and enter your scores, we'll go through and see who our winners tonight will be. Okay, so we've got some scores coming through. Okay, so let's okay, so I think we've got most of our scores through, so we'll go through our leaderboard, and I will put it up at the end, but just give a little bit of suspense. We'll go through everyone. In equal 12th place, we've got, with 0 points, we've got All the Pouts. There seems to be a team that like putting Dirk Pout, Nothing to Write Home, a Pout, Pout, Let It All Out. These are I Things Can Do. Sour Pout. They all scored 0 in equal 12th place. In 11th place, I think they may have dropped out, unfortunately. They only scored on the first round. Corinthians with 6 points. So, in our top 10, with 31 points. In 10th place tonight, we've got Spuds. Well done, guys. In equal 7th place tonight, we've got 3 teams. We're Essen, we know it, Taplind and I'm a Bellend, all with 33 points. In equal 5th place, we've got the Biggles Boys and the Holston Hustlers on 37 points. In 4th place, with 44 points, we've got the best half of the Jersey Royals. In 3rd place, with just 1 point ahead of them, we've got Jeremy Corvid. And in 2nd place, 2 points ahead of them, we've got Wuhan Clan with 47 points, which means in 1st place, we've got the COVID C words and Jenks. So well done, guys. Really, really good score tonight. And again, I hope you've all had a good time tonight doing it. Hopefully it wasn't too difficult, and you've had a good enjoyable evening. So well done to the COVID C words. Well done to you all on taking part tonight. As usual, I hope you all have a good upcoming week. Stay safe, carry on with the rules and the lockdowns, and hopefully again we'll see you again next week. So have a good one, guys, and see you next week.